Hello, I'm Sally Drumm, leader of Milspeak Creative Writing Seminars. The writers of MCWS10 and I today had the pleasure of meeting with John C. Stevens III, the author of Court Martial at Parris Island, The Ribbon Creek Incident. This book was initially published by the United States Naval Institute Press, and it is now available in paperback through the University of South Carolina Press. It's available via Amazon.com. In the Beaufort area, this book is available at the Beaufort Visitor Center. On the evening of April 8th, 1956, Marine drill instructor Matthew McEwen led Platoon 71 on a forced march through the backwaters of Parris Island in an effort to restore flagging discipline. Unexpectedly strong currents in Ribbon Creek and an ensuing panic led to the drowning of 6 recruits. The tragedy of Ribbon Creek and the court-martial of Staff Sergeant McEwen became the subject of a sensational national media coverage and put the future of the U.S. Marine Corps in jeopardy. In this definitive account of the Ribbon Creek incident, former Marine and experienced trial lawyer and judge John C. Stevens III examines the events of that night, the men of Platoon 71, and the fate of Sergeant McEwen. Drawing on personal interviews with key participants and his own extensive courtroom experience, Stevens balances the human side of this story with insights into the court proceedings and the tactics of the prosecution and defense attorney Emil Zola Berman. The resulting narrative is a richly developed account of a horrific episode in American military history and of the complex characters at the heart of this cautionary tale. Today, Judge Stevens talked with us about his planning process, his writing process, and the publishing process. The first chapter relays the drownings to the reader and does so from 2 points of view, that of an omniscient narrator and also from the point of view of Private Riley, one of the Marine recruits who died that evening. Judge Stevens says that in late 1995, I decided to attempt to discover exactly what had occurred at Ribbon Creek in April 1956 and to tell the whole story. The full account really involves several stories of a terrible training accident, of the consequent ripple of shock waves that imperiled the very foundation of the Marine Corps, of a brilliant trial lawyer who demanded only justice as his fee. And let me just add that Emil Zola Berman was on the defense team for Sirhan, who assassinated Robert F. Kennedy. And ultimately of the terribly flawed judgment and yet simple nobility of the man whose final sentence is to live with the memory of the 6 young men he led into waters that took their lives. I can tell you that this story has long fascinated me as a 2-tour drill instructor at Parris Island, who from my very first tour in 1984, while at drill instructor school for my first time, began my training there at DI school with an account of the Ribbon Creek incident and being told that the reason we even had standard operating procedures to follow as drill instructors was because of this incident. So this Ribbon Creek incident, changed how recruits were trained. It was a major controversy at the time. Many interpreted Staff Sergeant McEwen's actions as brutal and sadistic. But was that the case? Judge Stevens tries to uncover the truth, the facts, and the answer to that question through his process of research, analysis, synthesis, and writing. Today we taped as much as we could of Judge Stevens' talk with us, and you're going to get to take a journey into the Blackbird Zone with me and the writers of MCWS10. There are 9 writers in this particular group. We had a lively discussion I'm sure that many of you will find interesting. I know that there are many of you out there, readers of Milspeak Memo, who wish that you could be here today, and I've done my best to capture today for you. I hope that you enjoy the judge's talk and that you learn as much as I did from all that he had to say. What a remarkable man, a remarkable work, what an historic achievement. And we are so grateful that he spent some time with us in the Blackbird Zone today.